Just say hi to Jerusha. Hello, pretty people. Yes. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook in the building. Yes, it's Tuesday. And what do we do on Tuesday? A quick lunch and learn every Tuesday at 1:30. I share actionable business tips, tools, hacks, scripts, marketing, branding. And today is no different. We're going to celebrate your greatness for being here. So, yes, so hashtag to all the pretty people. And so we're going to talk about what is the lifespan of your social media post, because that way you'll know which platform you need to be focusing on if you want a long life on the platform. So make sure you say hi to Risha. Yes, it's Tuesday, and every Tuesday at 1:30 I share what I know for sure. I've been an entrepreneur for almost decades, 2 decades. So just so you know, I'm Jerusha, speaker, business coach. Number one job is to help people build their businesses online and offline. So I create what I call double threats. So if you want to be a double threat, hashtag double threat. If you want to be a double threat, and I'm currently, yes, so if you are in business, I don't care what you sell, lotions, potions, pots, pans, lashes, hair, services, it doesn't matter. If you want to grow your business and you want some great motivation, inspiration, and business tips, this is the page for you. You're my people. I love the hearts. Heart me up. And so let's find out about the lifespan of these social media posts, because I hear in the streets, people are like, I'm posting, but I'm not growing. I'm posting, but nothing is happening. Anybody? I'm posting, but people aren't following me. I'm posting, but they're not loving on my stuff. I'm posting. Anybody? Put in the chat. Yes, that's me. That's me. That's me. That's me. If that's you, right? So a couple of things. Obviously, make sure that you're following, because I share a lot of tips that can help grow your account. But today we're going to talk about which platform has a longer life or shelf life, so more people see it and it stays on longer. And so that's going to be very important. And so I can tell you from experience, it does take time. I built my business initially successfully offline. So coming online was new to me too. I'm just like you, right? So when I got online right before the pandemic, I made all the mistakes possible. I'm doing all the things. I'm messaging people. I'm posting every day. I'm on all the platforms. I'm like doing the most. And then I had to figure out which platform loved me back. Now, although I love Instagram, Instagram don't love me. I love Instagram the way that it looks, everything. It's not my number one platform. I continue to post on it. I continue to use it, but it's not the one that gives me long life. It's not. Okay. And so you have to figure out which one of these is working in your favor, which algorithm loves your stuff. And if it's about the same, then you probably need to increase what you're posting. You probably need to increase, you better write this down, how you're posting, and making sure you're talking to your ideal prospect. That's going to help attract your people. The only reason you're listening now, you're probably an entrepreneur, or you want to be an entrepreneur, right? Because I share business tips and I inspire you to do more. And so if you want somebody that's going to show you how to cook, this isn't the page. So make sure your content is relevant to the brand, or what you want to do for people, how you serve people, and how you solve problems. Because we're in the business of solving problems. Write that down. So Jerusha said, I'm in the business of solving problems. So what content are you putting out in the universe? And write this down. And so, yes, I'm so excited because I get to share with you all the things that help me grow my online business in a short period of time. And so one of the things I wanted to know, how long does the content stay up, right? Like how many people actually seeing it? Now, understand, I don't know if you know this or not, but all of them equally, initially, they only show, particularly Facebook, Instagram, they only show like 10% of the people that are currently your friends or followers. 10%, right? Initially. That increases based on the engagement, based on the content, the interaction, the shares. That can increase. You better write that down. Thank you for the hearts. Heart me up on Instagram and TikTok. I see you. So the biggest thing that I can tell you, when I got online to build online, this is all different for me, right? Especially to build a business. I've already seen success offline. I'm face to face, I'm in there. We're doing presentations, phone calls, and making those connections. Online is a little different, so you got to have a different approach. So what I started doing is I was like, Jerusha, you got to think bigger, okay? If your personal business plan or goal doesn't intimidate you, then it's not big enough. So I was like, you got to think bigger. You got to go live. You got to do TikToks. You got to show up on all the platforms. I needed to do that. And it's not too late. You're not too old. None of that stuff is true. That's the lies that we tell ourselves. And so just like Walt Disney, he was fired by the newspaper editor, and they told him he's not creative. He went on to create Mickey Mouse in Disneyland, right? So just because somebody else can't see it doesn't mean that it's not true. And so I think that it's important for you to tell yourself what you need to see, what you want to see, and act on it. And so I wanted to see myself all over the place. I said, Jerusha, think big. You want to be on YouTube? Yes. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. You want to be on people's podcasts? Yes. You want to be a speaker on people's Zoom? Yes. You want to be on TikTok? Yes. So I was thinking big when I got on. I was like, I need to master all of them. Well, master one and learn all of them. So write that down. I mastered one, but I learned a little bit of all of them. They're kind of similar. Their audience is different. The people on Instagram is so different from the audience on Facebook. The audience on Facebook is so different from the audience on TikTok. And so you got to make sure whatever you're putting out is representing your type of people. Okay. So write this down. How many of you really use Twitter? Like, I am not a fan of Twitter or Threads, although I have it. I'm not a fan, right? But how many of you, put in the chat, let me know, put Twitter, or Threads. They're something similar. Put Twitter in the chat if you use it. Well, if you post on Twitter, the lifespan of your post is 15 minutes. Okay. So if you want to grow on this account, if you know the content that you put out has a lifespan of just 15 minutes, unless it's getting interaction. Otherwise, it's gone to the bottom of their feed. Okay. And so if you're obviously not a big influencer or a celebrity, right, that posts one thing and it goes viral, you're building your audience, right? So whatever you put out definitely needs to be great content that people are looking for it again and again and again. And you got to do it a lot. You're not posting one time on Twitter and think it's going to grow really fast, or one time on Threads. It's not. You're going to have to post 5, 6, 7, 8 times. Thank you so much for the hearts on TikTok for this to happen. And people don't think big enough because they're satisfied with the smaller achievements that they have in their lives. Well, that's okay. I do have some people liking my video over here. You're thinking too small. Okay. And so what if you posted that same video everywhere and you notice, when I post a video on Instagram, it gets a little bit of views. I post that same video on TikTok, it gets thousands of views. So that's the point of making sure you're thinking about, I need to be everywhere and posting everywhere, especially video. So what does, thinking bigger mean to you? If this intimidates you, great, you're in the right place. You're in the right place. If this scares you to death, good. It scares me too, but you do it anyway. And so you got to think about what you're thinking about. Jerusha, write that down. Because if you are around people who are really asking you, what is the point of posting? If you're around people that are saying things like, you don't need to post, it's not necessary, it's not that big of a deal, you definitely got to stop talking to those people and get to work. You got to make sure that your circle, your positive circle of people that you listen to, is believing in you and they believe that you can do it. And what else, whatever you're telling yourself, you're the closest, you're going to believe it. Whatever you can imagine is real. So if you can imagine yourself going viral, you will eventually, if you're doing the work. I oftentimes, when I first got into business, like a lot of you, thank you so much. I love the hearts. When I first got into business, like a lot of you, I was thinking about having all these things. I was like, material things. Obviously, it's changed now because I've experienced some of those things. But I was thinking about, man, oh my gosh, I want to become an entrepreneur. And, I'm going to have, 2 cars and this a vacation home and then another home. And, I'm not going to have, of course, some of this is true now, is when I go shopping, I'm just going to shop. I'm not going to look at how much is on my card, any of those things. If I want it, I'm going to get it. That's the kind of conversations I have with myself, right? Like, oh my gosh, I'm going to leave a legacy for my boys. They're going to be self-made millionaires as well. They're going to have their businesses because they know they have to be entrepreneurs. And so they're thinking about all the things that they want to do. So you've got to ask yourself, are you even thinking on those levels, right? That will eventually get you those things. Because if you can't see it, it's not going to happen. You got to see it before you see it, and you got to seek it before you see it. And one of the things that I've always wanted to do with my team, because I'm developing 100 new business partners, 100 new business partners. I've developed thousands over my career. I've helped, oh my gosh, 6 leaders become top of the company as well. So I've done some things. But what I think of now with my team is I'm taking my team shopping on Rodeo Drive. I want to charter a private jet with my infinite players. Like, I start thinking about it, like, oh my gosh. And the moment you start doing that, you start attracting what you're thinking. And so when you are on these platforms, if you're thinking this is not a good video, then it's not going to be a good video. If you're thinking, I don't like my hair, I don't like the way that I sound, I don't like the music, you're going to get that same energy. And so you're in control. And so just think about, man, this is a good video. Even when I started recording my motivation and inspiration and uploading it, because that's how I started doing it at first, I used to retake like 15 times. Then I decided, why am I retaking this 15 times, right? I'm going to retake it 1 or 2 and we're going to release it. And the people that love the content will show up. Those are my people. And people don't want you to be perfect anyway. They just want to follow someone who's going somewhere. And I'm going to the top because it's the bottom that's overcrowded. And so think about, when you are creating your content, think about the problem you're about to solve if you just put it out there. The fastest way to become wealthy is to solve problems. And so your content needs to be solving people's problems. And so you want to know the lifespan when you put the content out on TikTok. I'm going to tell you, it starts, first of all, everybody shows up on the For You page for like 5 minutes. And it starts decaying immediately unless it goes viral. So what that means is, as soon as you put your TikTok up, it shows up on people's For You page. If people don't interact with it immediately, then it's gone. It's still there, but that's why you have 100 views, 50 views, 200 views, because it's not going to show up in the feed anymore. It wasn't according to them, because it's a good video because you did it. According to them, it didn't get immediate interaction, so it didn't go viral fast, right? Doesn't mean that it can't, because I've had videos who started off slow, but eventually somehow they did go do very well. On Facebook, write this down. A pretty person is putting this in the chat. On Facebook, your lifespan, as soon as you post, is about 6 hours. Okay? So you get upset with people like, how come they didn't love on my post? How come they didn't? They probably didn't see it. Okay, let's be honest. Because if I'm at work and you post right now and you got like a lifespan about 6 hours for it to be at the top of my feed, what if I don't look at my feed until tonight? I didn't see your post. That's why they're recommending you post 3, 4, 5 times a day so people will see the post. Now, if you don't have that kind of time because you work a full-time job, I see you. 1 to 3 times to me is like golden. If you're posting 1 to 3 times good content, people will see, or more people will see it. But again, you only have 6 hours. So that's why people said they post in the morning, they post around lunchtime, they post in the evening. Those are still 3 pieces of content, because what you posted in the morning, I might not see it at night. So you got to start thinking like, I'm putting out my content at the wrong time for my people. Because if I'm attracting people in corporate America, I need to think about, when would corporate America people be on social media? maybe lunchtime, definitely after work at night. So think about that. Now, Instagram, you have about 48 hours. The lifespan on Instagram, as soon as you post, is about 48 hours that it's going to show people that's your followers or friends. You have about 48 hours and then it's gone. So when you're posting content, think about which one will give you the best return. That's what I think about. Who's going to give me the best return? I'm live in several places: YouTube, my Facebook groups, my Facebook page, my Instagram, and my TikTok. Which one is going to give me the return that I need, right? LinkedIn, I can actually post this video or edit it and put it on LinkedIn. YouTube, this is the one. So LinkedIn has like 24 hours. But YouTube, baby, YouTube has 20 days because YouTube is a search engine. And so YouTube, when you put out content, it has about 20 days or more, depending on what you're putting out. And YouTube, this is the good thing about this, is it appears in your Google search. So if you go to Google and you look up how to make, a cheeseburger pizza, you're going to get that in a context, right? In texting form, but you're going to get YouTube videos. And if that was your video and your video did well and you showed people how to make cheeseburger pizza, you will also end up in the Google search. So this one has more reach than all of them. Now, I'm not telling you to go out and get a YouTube channel if that's not what you want to do. I'm just giving you the lifespan so you'll understand why your post or content isn't being seen by every single person in the world, or every person that you're friends with. There's just not going to happen. And so I like that YouTube will appear in the Google search. YouTube allows you to earn through affiliate links, sponsorships, selling digital products, merchandise, offering services. And so I think it does a little bit more. And it also has been around for a long, long time compared to some of the other social media platforms. Pinterest, how many use Pinterest? Put Pinterest in the chat. Okay, Pinterest, you have 4 months, which is still really, really good because people also search ways and things on Pinterest. So about 4 months. And if you blog, it's about a year, depending on the blog, depending on the content, obviously. So the blog, I'm not a blogger, but if that's you, over a year. So I just want you to get in your head that the platform will work for you if you work it. Think about how useful these social media platforms can enhance your business growth. Think about which one favors your type of content. Think about, okay, if this is not what I'm putting out now is not helping me grow an audience, you just probably need to tweak something to change it. It's okay to change. And so most people are conditioned to think small because of what they have been told or experienced. Just because you've experienced this video didn't do good, that doesn't mean the next one isn't going to do good. I just make sure I put them out and then I can figure out which one people like the most. And then I'll tailor it toward that thing. Does this make sense? Yes or yes? Okay, good. And so just because other people tried and failed, it doesn't mean you're going to try and fail or give up. Quitting is not an option. Quitting is not an option. The point of life and success is to fall forward to success. And so I never cared about what other people did. I don't base my success or failure on what somebody else did or didn't do. And so I tell my boys all the time, you don't have to be realistic, be different. So don't let people tell you need to be realistic. You need to be realistic. That's their truth, not yours. Okay. You need to be original. Okay. You need to be you. You need to be your authentic self. You have permission today to show up and show out. Think about what you're thinking about when you're using the platforms, which one favors your type of content. Now that you know the lifespan of the content, now you know what you need to do. If you know you only have 48 hours, then you know how many times I need to probably post 3-4 different times if I only have 48 hours. Just like in your stories, you only have 24 hours. That means you got to constantly be posting stories. So I need you to figure that out because I want to see more of your stuff. And I thought this was perfect because I want to share your stuff. I want to love on your stuff. But if I don't see it, then I can't do it, right? Great information. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. So if you love this type of business tips, motivation, and inspiration, and it could help your business or your girlfriend, because I need you to tag 2 people or share the broadcast. That's what you could do. Tag 2 people or share the broadcast. I'm live every Tuesday at 1:30, a quick lunch and learn every Tuesday at 1:30 just for you, the pretty people. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate you on TikTok. Every Tuesday, so you don't miss all this goodness. I don't want you to miss it. I don't want to be the best kept secrets. And so I'm excited that I can share my experience and hopefully shorten somebody else's learning curve. That's the point of this page, is to really shorten your learning curve, because we can all go to the top. Yes. Success is not a seesaw. We don't have to put somebody down in order to go up. We can all go up together. And so I can't wait to see more of your stuff. Okay. I can't wait to see that content, those videos. You're about to go viral. I'm speaking it into existence. Yes, from my mouth to God's ears. You are about to go viral, baby. And viral is relative. Doesn't mean it has to be 1 million views to go viral. And so, yes, thank you so much for tagging. I'm just thankful that grace and mercy follow me. I'm Jerusha, and I'll see you on the page. I appreciate you too.